Okay, game. 1, 2, 3, go. KwenCHUAn tayo.
I'm Glenn.
And I'm Cyrene.
Today is August 30 as we are recording this. We were supposed to talk about something already na ni-request ng maraming friends who support us. Thank you. But we will have to postpone that topic because of a timely release of music ng Ben&Ben. Yesterday, August 29, naglabas sila ng maraming songs. It served as a reminder for us, specifically, yung song nila na Kapangyarihan.
It's a reminder for me kasi meron akong favorite line dun, which is, nagsisilbi ka dapat. It's somehow a reflection na the people in our government, not just of course the national but also the LGUs, the small ones, is nagsisilbi nga ba tong mga taong to to the people, to the Filipino people. And syempre, we're in the middle of a crisis, we're in the middle of pandemic, it's unsafe to go outside, mostly we're home. And you get to reflect Kasi medyo ang daming mga release of informations na kahit ako naguguluhan ako. Like for example, required yung mga ganitong bagay, tapos hindi na pala. So, mapapaisip ako, parang, uy, ano na ba ifa-follow ko? And at the same time, it's more of a question, what are they doing up there? Not really up there, but what are they doing there? Because we know, because we know that the people who are supposed to be elected in the government are supposed to serve the Filipino people. So, ikaw, ano yung favorite line mo dun?
For me kasi yung highlight ko is the comment section. I'm gonna mention the names of the commenters para to give credit. From Rosel Balagtas, Kapangyarihan is not timely, it's timeless. As long as there has been and will be people in power, there is struggle for equity, fairness, and justice. This is why it's important for us to always remember we hold the true power. Yeah. And Joy of SB19 quoted, Kapangyarihan is indeed a political song, no doubt. However, it is a colorless political song. It serves as a reminder that authority does not reside in the seal or the crown. People have the power. You, me, and we are a force for change. It's basically saying that the song is not an attack to anyone. It's political, but it's not an attack. It's reminding us that we have the power. The power which many of us do not know about. They don't know na it's actually the government who's supposed to serve the people, not the people serving the government. What makes this song very timely is that it's released 1 month away from the deadline of voters registration.
Yep.
However, it's not really 1 month to go for many of for the whole Metro Manila and all other places which are under ECQ. If I'm updated correctly, hanggang September 30 na lang ang registration. And in the areas where it's MECQ or ECQ, hindi tatanggap ang COMELEC. Tapos na-extend pa ngayon ng September 7, di ba? Yung MECQ. So that means it's only less than a month for us here sa Metro Manila to register. Buti na lang registered ako.
Last month, bago mag-ECQ.
So, later malalaman nyo bakit this year lang ako nakapag-register. This release reminds us na there are these artists that encourage us politically without being partisan, which means it's something they want to say to all of us. The reason why I checked yung comments actually is that nakakasad lang, last year kasi may artist na nag-release ng, well, people would interpret that song
Differently.
na political. I wouldn't say it's political or solely political. May mga nag-comment kasi doon last year. I'm not gonna name the band na. Pero ang dami kasing nag-comment doon na parang, oh, sayang kayo. Mahal ko pa naman kayo tapos magiging political kayo. Parang ganon.
I'm not sure if a lot of you napanood nyo na yung Enola Holmes. So, ano siya, I like that movie kasi it's somehow parang in relation with Sherlock, which I also love. So, it says there in the quote is, politics doesn't interest you. Why? Because you have no interest in changing a world that suits you so well. Habang nag-uusap lang kami, realize ko lang na being political doesn't mean you're anti-government. Yeah. It's more of pa nga na when you're political, it means that you care so much about the nation, the government, and the people.
The land that God gave you.
Diba? The land that God gave you. And it doesn't mean that when we talk about the government, that I'm against the government. I'm actually pro-government, but I just don't like injustice and the wickedness. Hello, sino ba naman may gusto ng wickedness, diba, and injustice? As a personal experience with that, when I was in college, hindi ako political. Actually, I don't care about politics when I was in college. Pero, meron kasi kaming drive to register kasi, ang saya kasi syempre, dahil botante ako, meron akong opportunity na magkaroon ako ng scholarship. Sa LGU kasi, may specific na tao ako na gusto kong elect kasi nagbe-benefit ako. Like, nakakuha talaga ako ng cash aid. Nung tumanda-tanda na ako, na-realize ko lang, looking back, na merong mga off na situation na hindi ko agad naisip. Kasi nga, nagbe-benefit ako, so feeling ko okay lang. Not just me as a student, also the senior citizens are benefiting. So parang okay lang naman, ganyan-ganyan. So nag-make sense na lang siya sa akin nung tumatanda na ako. And realizing that, alam mo yun, yung future kids namin in the future will be affected by what will be happening right now and in the future. So what will I do to protect my future kids as well? Not just my future kids, but also the future generations, di ba? As a teacher, I am concerned about that. Kasi very important sa akin ng young generation. And I don't want the young generation to not care. Alam mo yun, like, maging apathetic na lang with what's happening. I want them to care because this is their country, di ba? I want them to love the Philippines.
Exactly. While we need to call out those people who say na they don't want to involve themselves in politics and remind them na this is your country, this is your home, and you're supposed to take care of it. You're supposed to watch over it. I think there also needs to be a balance na you also have to understand the many reasons why people do not choose to not vote or to not register even. I'm not saying na dahil may reasons ako okay lang, but I'm just being honest. Bakit hindi ako nag-register as a voter? It wasn't intentional. For me kasi parang ang hassle... Uy, kumulam yung sigmura ko. Pita, pabukas. So what happened was... Ano yun sinasabi ko?
Bakit
Okay.
hindi ka nag-register?
Nakapag-register. So, 2016 election, 2015 pwede na akong, tama ba? Yeah, I was 19 years old ng 2015. Pwede na akong mag-register noon actually. And I tried. But then, I was a student noon. Siguro ikakahiya ako ng ibang mga UP students out there. Pero, the day that I decided or that I scheduled to go to COMELEC, may exam ako nun. To be straight to the point, it wasn't my priority back then. And of course, I had other concerns na I thought were more important. And then I tried again on Pero after na ng 2016 elections. So that I could have voted nung 2019 naman na elections. Makikita mo talaga na hindi ko siya naging priority. Kasi ang dami-daming days. And I chose not to take a leave so that I can focus on work as a fresh graduate. But then there's also yung mga days na pinipili kong pumunta ng Comelec. Maghihintay ako doon, nakapila ako doon, only to find out na na hindi ako aabot. Yung naghintay ka tapos biglang, okay, next day na lang po. Parang, what? Hindi ko ma-imagine bakit hindi kayang i-implement the way it's done with our passports pre-pandemic. You book your schedule, you give your requirements, and you're done. So, because of that, it's so hassle. And that is my reason. The point is, many people, meron lang silang ibang priority at the time. And so, we cannot expect everyone to make this their priority if they don't love their country enough. But for other people, meron din silang ibang reasons. Siguro, isa sa mga pinaka, I wouldn't say mababaw. It's still a reason. And you can really have trust issues. Yeah. And it's understandable.
May mga balita na ninanakaw yung mga yung mga ballot boxes. Siyempre, pagka ninakaw yung ballot boxes, parang gets mo na kung anong ibig sabihin nun eh. It's either there's cheating or you're trying to do something that's illegal, which is also cheating. It's illegal. Pero at the end of the day, despite the evil things that's happening, nandun pa din yung yung reality that there's still good people. Ibig sabihin, there are still people who are willing to take that stand to be excellent. Alam mo yun, yung may integrity lang in everything that they do. So, I still believe that na meron, for sure, meron pa rin naman. Diba? Another reason pala, nahihirapan ako kung sino yung pipiliin ko. Siguro sa sobrang dami. Well, ako naman, may kasalanan naman ako, ba't nahihirapan akong bumoto? Kasi, hindi ako nag-research. Tinatamad akong mag-research kung sino dapat yung iboboto ko.
Yeah. Actually, yung meron akong kakilala, muntik na siyang hindi bumoto. Kasi hindi niya alam kung sino iboboto. So, nagtanong na lang siya sa amin.
Oo.
Parang, sinong iboboto ko?
Ay, yun din pala. Kasi, kunyari, so, pag bumoboto ko, minsan meron akong hindi kilala. Diba sa senator, pipili ka ng 12, tapos meron nang akong kilala, tapos, alam mo yun, minsan di ka na lang magboboto, di mo na lang dadagdagan, kasi nga, di ka sure eh. Lalo na yung party list, hirap na hirap ako pagboboto ko doon, kasi parang, ang dami nila, tas di naman ako nakapag-research, so parang, minsan binibase ko na lang sa name, so meron yun, madalas ko atang iboto yung teacher's party list, kasi nga teacher ako. So parang, ito na lang.
Kahit di mo alam kung tungkol saan sila talaga.
Oo, parang di pa ako nakakapag-research noon. Pero kasi ngayon, parang, hello, kung hindi mo pa magawa yun, sobrang open naman ng internet. I'm not sure lang kasi sa province eh. So, actually, yung mga reasons is like, yung sinabi nga niya, hassle, Comelec encounter. Second is, yung mga ballot boxes, paano pagka nag-cheat, ganyan, ninakaw, ganyan. And then third reason, diba, hindi naman okay yung poll.
Gusto mong iboto, mukhang hindi naman mananalo.
Tapos yung fourth reason, well, ito lang yung mga napag-usapan namin. Di namin alam sino ba dapat yung iboto.
So, this is just an assumption.
Shucks, bawal tayo mag-assume.
Anyway. Yeah. Parang feel ko lang to. Na, bawal tayo maging feeler. Pero yan, this is what I feel. That most Filipinos, especially in the youth, diba? Which is the majority of our population. They don't vote because they're not given a voice. They feel like their votes do not
Count.
what can it do, 'di ba? Parang what can my vote do? It's just one. And I don't even know if I'm in this with someone together. Tama ba? Basta, I don't even know kung may kasama ba ako dito sa decision na to. Parang ganon.
Nanonood ako ng Mulan, tapos naka-join siya. Pero yung take home namin dun is yung line na even 4 ounces can move 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And the point with that is even one vote, it matters.
Well, siguro iba yung use case ng phrase na yun doon sa context ng Mulan. But the metaphor is kind of the same. Na yung minamaliit mo, it actually has a very big impact.
Parang pag estudyante ka, 'di ba, minsan yung piso feeling mo hindi important. 'Di ba? Pero marirealize mo na importante pala siya pag sasakay ka na ng jeep tapos kulang ng piso yung pera mo. Yung mga ganong realization na important pala siya. Parang, well, the point with that is, I hope we don't realize pag late na, parang if it's too late, like that example na na-appreciate mo lang siya nung wala na siya.
Oh.
Char!
Oh.
Hindi ako umugot!
Alright.
Tawa ka.
Yeah, and now we wanna say that if you think your vote does not matter, it matters. Why? Because number one, it's your right. It's our right as citizens. As long as in the Constitution, you are pasok ka dun sa criteria na maging eligible to vote, it is your right to vote. Ito yung sinasabi nung sa comments kanina, the power is actually ours. So, it's a waste to not use it.
Wait, I remember something.
Mm.
Yung pinapanood ko na YouTuber, sabi niya, yung time daw na lahat tayo ay equal is during elections. Kasi, lahat tayo, we only have one vote.
Yeah, that's true. If you have that choice, if you make that choice, it won't be the case if you don't make that choice. Kasi nga, yung iba binibenta yung vote nila. So you're giving away your power. You're giving away your right.
But at the same time, wait lang, love. Like, at the same time, I also don't condemn those people na yung mga nagbebenta ng boto. Kasi what if, alam mo yun, what if sobrang in need talaga nila?
Yeah.
Tapos, parang it's the only opportunity na magkakaroon sila ng money to feed themselves or their children. So, parang, ako din, minsan, hindi ko din sila masisi. But at the same time kasi, ang lungkot lang nung reality na yun na kailangan nilang gawin yun para lang makakain sila. Alam mo yun?
Which is not to say, condemning them does not mean din naman na we should tolerate yung ganon because it's wrong. But going back to the point, when you vote, it affects, this is the second reason, it affects the future of our nation. Sino pa ba yung makakapag-decide nun kung hindi tayo na pumipili ng mga lawmakers, ng mga executives? Yung mga policy today is a result of yung mga pina-implement ng mga pinatakbo natin from the previous na elections. Right? If you choose not to vote, you're making other people decide for you and shape the country without considering you. And you must know you're not insignificant.
Yep. So, which is the third reason, it's an expression of our values. Why ba?
Nakaharap. Not that nakaboto na ako before, pero ito kasi yung principle niya. Uh, yung pipiliin mo, ire-reflect niya kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari. At kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari, makikita mo dun yung heart mo, actually. So, makikita mo dun yung values mo. Ano ba yung mga pinapahalagahan mo when it comes to different matters? It could be business, it could be your faith. Death penalty, there are people who are for it. There are people who are against it. Now, there are politicians who are for it and are against it. So, this is your chance to express your values when you choose to vote. Tayo naman, we're Christians in a democratic nation. When we vote, it's actually a reflection of the image of Christ in us. And so basically when you make a choice of who you want to lead, ine-express mo yung glory na yon ng image niya sa'yo. Doesn't necessarily mean na, ito lang yung tamang iboto, ito maling iboto tong taong to. But it's more of, when you're deciding, you're manifesting the will of God for you to uphold righteousness.
Naalala ko kasi yung preamble. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our prosperity the blessings of... Well, the point is, as a Filipino myself, I want this country na, alam mo yun, na just and humane. It's important for us to express that kind of values by voting din. Who we elect, dapat nga may ganun silang klaseng puso. Na they want justice and a humane society.
It's actually you making a choice of who you want to lead. And yung choice na yun is a reflection of of your beliefs and principles. I would dare say it's also your perception. It's actually your perception of ano ba yung leadership mantle na binibigay, na dinesign ni God in a nation. So knowing this, the choice is yours. Are you going to vote or not? But if you are, you have less than a month. Again, you have less than a month to make sure you can participate in the 2022 elections. If you're registered, that's good for you. If you need to renew, please renew. And yeah, do your best to nahabulin yung time. So if you aren't registered yet, here are the steps, non-official steps, because this is just a layman instructions of how to register as a voter. So step 1, you go to iRehistro, sign up there. Pagkatapos mong sagutan yung mga information mo doon, you download the health declaration form and the registration form na ma-generate from iRehistro. You print that, kompleto na yon. Go to COMELEC in your district for appointment, and then pila ka lang. Submit your requirements. When you've given the requirements, wait for your name to be called, take the biometrics and the ID photo. After nun, sobrang bilis na lang. You just claim your registration stub. That's it. You're registered. You just, kailangan mo na lang balikan yung certificate a few months after, I think 3 months after. Even if wala pa yon, you are already a registered voter. Yay! Every vote matters. Your vote matters. Your voice matters. So now, register to vote. Don't delay. Go, guys. Vote, vote, vote.
Anyway, so for our announcement, yung next podcast or vidcast is we will be talking about our journey of getting married during a pandemic. Yeah, during pandemic, we got married. So, we would appreciate if you would comment down below yung mga questions nyo na about it so that we can discuss it.
See you there.
Anyway, see you there and
Ito na ako.
bye-bye.